back to my channel. Today we are starting a 24-hour readathon, a reading vlog, 24-hour reading vlog. I keep on calling it a readathon, but I'm not really reading for 24 hours straight, like ever. So I guess that's like the wrong terminology for it. But anyway, we have not done this for a while, a great while. It feels like it's been ages. I think the last one I did was in July? I don't actually know. It's been a while and I really wanted to do one for the past few weeks now, but I think now is the perfect time to get started, just to give me a little boost for October. It's actually 9:46 p.m. currently. I don't know what day it is. What day is it? On October the 5th. So today is a Thursday. Tomorrow and the upcoming 3 days, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I have literally no plans other than like, you know, get started in uni assignments and read, basically. That's basically it. I am hoping I'm gonna get a lot of reading done. Hopefully we're gonna finish the 24 hours. I doubt it's gonna go that quick, but I'm gonna try my best, because the times I did it before, I took ages to finish the 24 hours. I literally took like weeks. And I don't want to do that this time. I want to just do it in like a couple of days, like 3 to 4 days at maximum. And I don't know, I really want to get some books finished, because I've got so many books I want to read right now and I just want to get in and read them. So the first book I'm starting with, I'm currently reading this now, Unsafe by Kathy Glass. I've talked about this in a few of my other videos, and I'm currently this much through it, so this much is left. Kinda halfway. Is that halfway? Would you say that's halfway? Yeah, so I definitely want to get this finished first before I start any other physical copies. I do have Atomic Habits on the go as well on my library app, and what's the other one? Oh, and the Chin Paradox as an audiobook. So I just want to get this done. So this time around, I'm using this flip clock timer, which I downloaded the other day, and we're gonna try if it like actually saves it, because I know the timer, so like the actual clock app on the Apple iPad, that saves it when you like stop it. So if I like close the app and go back to it, it's like saved. But on this one I'm not too sure, but we're gonna try it, because I'm gonna just start it. And okay, but yeah, it just looks basically really cool. I'm gonna reset it in a minute, but just let's admire that for the sec. I'm gonna try and put this somewhere you can see it in the video, because that's something I've not done before. I feel like I've been telling you like how much is left, but I never really you know, showed you before, and I feel like that's gonna make it more fun. Good morning, or rather good afternoon, because it's 12:22 on the next day, which is the 6th of October. So last night I managed to read around 2 hours, and this morning about 15 minutes. So we're down to 21 hours, 46 minutes and 37 seconds, which is pretty cool. I think that's a decent start. I've also nearly finished this book, so I've only got this little bit left. It did take an interesting turn yesterday, which I didn't expect. I expected that to be at the end rather than like about there. So there was like so much left, and there is still bits left, so I'm intrigued to see like how this actually ends, because what I expected to be the end turned out to be a turn in the middle. Yeah, so I want to finish this today and get started on something else. I also, what did I do? I listened to my audiobook of the Chin Paradox. I don't actually know how far I'm into it. It's harder with audiobooks because I don't have like the page numbers to like go by. It's like hours, and that just confuses me. Okay, so the whole audiobook is around like 9.5 hours, and I'm like 2 hours into it. So I've got 7 hours and 26 minutes left. Well, yeah, I'm like 2 hours into it basically, which is not much, but I'm hoping to get more of that down today. Yeah, potentially today or just the upcoming days. Basically in this reading vlog. That's where we are at. I'm gonna stop reading now for a little bit and focus on my university assignments for a little bit, and once I'm like bored and done with that then I'll get back to these books. Okay, we are officially back. I'm ready to read. I've done lots of assignments. I haven't finished, I've only finished one, but I've got started on a lot of them, so I'm very happy. Yeah, it's currently 8:26 p.m, still on the same day, and I've got nothing else to do other than read. So let's get into finishing this book. finished it. My thoughts, okay. It's not what I expected. It wasn't bad. It was very insightful. And are these actually like true stories? I'm pretty sure they are. I suppose the names are changed, but yeah, wow, wait. Let me just gather my thoughts. So in the blurb, it only mentions this one little boy, and I thought the whole story was gonna be, the whole book is gonna be like his story, and like the blurb ends on his siblings are in great danger, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's gonna be like the main focus and like the stuff after that, right? But that happened like here, the danger part, and then the rest of it was like something else. And okay, maybe a bit yeah, like about this much was another story. And yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. It was definitely a surprise. And also the start of it, the little boy story, I felt like it was a lot slower, and this end bit was a lot quicker, and it also seemed like a lot more like fiction. And I know, like, I think both of these are obviously like true stories, right? I mean, I assume so, but the second part of it, it didn't feel like something real. I mean, I understand if it was real, but yeah, it was like a completely different story to the first part. And yeah, definitely not what I expected at all. Um, I'm in a bit of a shock state, to be honest. It was like a happy ending, I guess, so that's good. I think I'm gonna rate this 3 stars because it was insightful and everything, and it definitely took me by surprise. But as I say, like, I'm gonna read this. I feel like with those non-fiction books, like biographies and stuff and autobiographies, where it's like I'm rating a person's life, it doesn't feel right. I'm gonna say 3 stars for the book itself and like the flow of the writing, and the story itself. Obviously, I can't rate that. But yeah, still recovering. I'm also down to 21 hours, 21 minutes and 5 seconds. And I'm gonna choose my next book. I think I'm gonna go with Magnolia Parks because there's like all of these books on my bookshelf I really want to read, but I feel like I need something more light-hearted, so like a romance novel after this, rather than like The Housemaid where it just goes into a thriller. Yeah, I'm gonna choose Magnolia Parks, and I hope it's light-hearted. Next read, should we read? We should read the blurb. I'm so bad at, you know, books. I'm so bad at books. I'm so bad at reading the blurbs of books. I just never do. Like, I look at the cover, I recognize the titles when I'm like, let's read it. But let's read the blurb. How many loves do you get in a lifetime? Oh, that's an interesting start. Magnolia Parks is a beautiful, affluent, self-involved and mildly neurotic London socialite. BJ Ballantyne is Britain's most photographed bad boy who broke her heart, But these two are meant to be, and everyone knows it. Magnolia and BJ are written in the stars, just suspended in a strange kind of love that looks like hurting each other a lot of time. She dates other people to keep him at bay. He sleeps with other girls to get back at her for it. That sounds toxic. Only now the dysfunction is catching up to them. As the cracks start to show and secrets begin to surface, Magnolia and BJ are finally forced to face the formidable question they've been avoiding all their lives. How many loves do you really get in a lifetime? Okay, now the question makes more sense. From that blurb, that is not what I expected. I thought it was like a high school romance story, but I mean, it still could be, but to me, it sounds more like adult. Sounds interesting. I feel like if I would have read this before, like I picked it up in a bookshop, I read this, I wouldn't have bought the book because it doesn't sound like something I would want to read. In terms of like the bad boy and this aspect of a toxic relationship, let's just say. But I hope I will like it. This is a random ad in here, but I wanted to show my bookshelf because someone asked if the rainbow bookshelf is coming back, and this is what we have. So it's kind of the rainbow, but as you can see, that's my only green book. Yeah, this is my current bookshelf situation. Good morning, it's Saturday and I've really got nothing to do today, so I'm still in bed. It's actually 9:51, so not even that late yet, but basically I wanted to update you because last night I did something crazy that I've never done before. So I started rereading a book I've already read, and I don't like have the physical copy, which is sad, but I was reading it on my phone. And the thing with this, I don't reread books, okay? So like if I enjoy a book, great, but I don't go on to reread them unless like, I don't know, unless it's been like years, and it has been years with this book. But the way I started rereading it, so this book that I started rereading, I'll say in a minute what it is, but it's part of a series, and I started rereading the second book rather than like with the first one. And let me explain, okay? I saw someone posted a page of this book with a quote highlighted on Instagram yesterday morning, and I literally said in that I like commented on that post saying this makes me want to reread this book, and all freaking day I couldn't forget about that quote because it was such a good book. And yeah, so I was like already in bed 11 o'clock, not even 11 o'clock, midnight. It was already like midnight in bed, and I put my phone down. I was like, right, I'm falling asleep now. And then I remembered the quote again, and I was like, wait a minute, should I reread that book? So I went on to rereading it. So the book I'm talking about is A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book in Sarah J Maas's ACOTAR series, and man, that's like my favorite book of all time. I knew it was a good book before, but now I'm even like, I've read so much of it. Like I think I read like 2.5 hours just straight, and I couldn't fall asleep because I wanted to carry on reading, and I haven't had this in a long time. So I'm obviously a bit tired now, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I don't know if I'm gonna carry it on, like fully reread the book. At the moment I'm a bit like, no, I've had like the interesting part that I wanted to reread. But I don't know, I'll let you know. We are down to 17 hours 44 minutes and 59 seconds. So I had to reset the timer because last night when I started rereading a cut of Mist and Fury, I didn't put the timer on. So I went back to checking my screen time on my phone this morning. I went back to check in my screen time on my phone this morning to see how long have I actually, read on that page, and it was like 2 hours 35 minutes. So I took this down by 2 hours and 30 minutes because I felt like that was, 5 minutes I could have just been staring at the same page falling asleep. I don't know. But yeah, um at least I got more hours in. Yeah, I did not start Magnolia Parks yet because I got distracted. Oh, I also read more of Atomic Habits last night and listened to more of the Chin Paradox, which was nice. Sorry, I'm just. Oh. Yeah, it's been a while since I've stayed up, like throughout the night this long. I've been kind of keeping a consistent routine of like falling asleep around 10, 11, and then waking up um at like 7 or before. So today is a bit of a change, but it's good that I don't have anything going on today. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay in bed a bit more and perhaps read. Yeah. Or just watch some YouTube because I don't know if I can keep reading right now. I think I read a bit too much last night. I do want to get started on Magnolia Parks though. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous after especially reading that blurb that I'm not gonna like it. But yeah, I just need to get into it. Once I get started, I'll be fine. So yeah, that's where we are right now. Saturday the 7th of October, nearly 10 o'clock. Hello again. It's still the same day, Saturday the 7th? Is it the 7th? It's the 7th. Okay. It's like nearing, it's quarter past, no. It's like 7:45 p.m. I'm still yawning, just as I was this morning. I have done no reading today, so I need to get started on this. And the Wi-Fi's just gone down, so I had to stop watching Netflix. And I think this is a sign that I need to get reading because yeah, I've just not done any reading today. I don't know why. I felt tired. Yeah, staying up last night just messed my sleeping schedule up. So I've just been tired all day, and every time I was thinking of reading, I was like, if I sit down on the bed and start to read, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I guess I never really just sat down and done that. I cooked some food. I also ordered some food, which is just a whole other story. But yeah, I like batch cooked, so I have some food for tomorrow. And what else have I done? I've done no assignments today, so today has been like a very chill day. I did some colouring, some some like Hungarian puzzles. Oh, they're not called puzzles, it's like, I'll show you. They don't really have this in Britain. I'm pretty sure you don't have this in Britain, but my mum, I asked my mum for this from Hungary when she was there, and it's like, it's got all kinds of like different, it's not puzzles, what's like a word for it? It's not crosswords, but it's a bunch of different kinds of things you can do. Obviously you don't understand any of this because it's Hungarian, but basically like this one, you have like a prompt and you have to write something there and then you have to figure the whole thing out. And yeah, I love these. Sometimes I just sit down and really get into it. Most of them I can't really solve because my Hungarian is not that good, and I haven't done many of these just yet, but I always, you know, love to get into them. So I've been doing this. Yeah, I've done that. What else have I done? I feel like I've been on like YouTube and Netflix all day. I really just try to have like a chill day because I felt like every day so far this week I've been doing like uni stuff, and that's great because like, you know, I want to be ahead and like I want to finish all the assignments and stuff. But yeah, I felt like I needed a break. Oh, yeah, I'm just tired. I think 8 o'clock. I'm probably gonna have a quick shower, get ready for bed, and get started with this damn book because I've been putting it off like since last night. Yeah, since last night I've been putting it off. And yeah, with as I've said this morning, I've started like rereading the second Akatar book, so A Court of Mist and Fury, and that book is just so good. It's like not even 5 stars, like 10 stars. It's just out of this world. It just makes me feel so many emotions, and having reread that now, I kind of want to feel the same again, and I feel like that's put me off this one even more because I'm like scared, like, is this gonna live up to it? Or if it doesn't, how am I gonna get through it? Because it's not gonna live up to it, it's gonna be boring. But yeah, I know I just need to get started and it could like turn out really good. Yeah, I just need to get into it. Also, there's this, it's like not an actual permanent tattoo, but it just says hold on, and it's like a little rose and a petal falling. It's not a real tattoo, it's not like permanent. It was one of those like stick on with like a sponge that you get, and it's lasting pretty well so far. I thought it was gonna be washed off like really quickly, but I got it at the welcome back fair at my uni, and I was really happy with it because I don't know why, I've just been wanting to get a tattoo, but at the same time not like wanting to get a tattoo because that's like very permanent and I would not be able to decide like what I want long term. So I've been really into like stick-on tattoos. I had one, my mum got me one for my birthday, like a Slytherin snake one. I really loved that, but it came off like in a day, so I was a bit disappointed. But with this one, it's still here and it's doing very well. Yeah, I'm just gonna get ready for bed and then we're gonna get started with Magnolia box. Okay, first things first. I changed the 2 fairy lights, so I had one like up on my shelves and I had one down here. And this is the colour I like better, but it was running out of like battery and it was really dim. So I decided to put the blue one down here, and when I get like something to change the battery with, because it needs like a screwdriver, I just use one of my, I have this like nail cosmetics kit, And there's this thing, I'm not sure what you're supposed to use it for, maybe like to push the skin off your nail. Is that a thing? But that's like a perfect screwdriver, and that's what I use usually for these fairy lights. But anyway, yeah, I finally got around to changing the battery in this one. So now it's here and I'm very happy with it. Also, I just realised that today is the 8th. The 8th. I moved into this accommodation exactly a month ago. What? I feel like it doesn't feel like it's been a month. Probably because I haven't like been here much with like the holiday and stuff, but yeah, it just blew my mind a bit, and yeah, I'm just very grateful to be here, to have my like a little flat, and yeah, I'm just very happy. On another note, I have started Magnolia Parks last night. I have started it and I'm a little bit way through. I'm on like page 67, so I've read 66 pages last night. It's not been mind-blowing so far, but there was a scene which nearly made me cry. So I guess that's been like mind-blowing, but no, it wasn't like, I think it wasn't that deep. It's just it linked to like, it just made me remember something from not long ago, and that nearly made me cry, basically. But yeah, I'm still waiting for it to get better, and I am hoping it gets better, because so far it's not been that like, it's not been 5-star. It's not even been 4-star, maybe like three stars so far. But yeah, I just want to keep reading. I am down to 16 hours and 35 seconds. Oh my god. I feel like I did pretty well these past few days, because usually getting out of like the 20 hours takes me a week, if not like longer than a week. And it's only been what, like 3 days? 3 days, I think. So yeah, I'm just very happy with this. Yeah, obviously I have the next 3 days, which I have uni on all of those days, and I will try and fit some reading in the mornings and the evenings. But I mean, to be honest, these past few days I haven't really read anything throughout the day. It was really just the evenings and mornings, so yeah, that's where we are at. For a moment there I thought I've lost the timer, because when I opened the app it was on this and like counting up, down, up, and I was like, wait, what? No, I'm not on 20 hours. That's the current time. So when I go on timer, it goes and count up, and there's a countdown, and that's where my timer is. Oh, but that just stressed me out. Okay, so we've just been introduced to Daisy Hates, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And I know there's like more books in the Magnolia Parks world, and oh, it says on the back as well. I think like the second book, or like another book that's in this world, is called Daisy Hates. So is that like, I assume that's like, this is about Magnolia and that's about like Daisy and I don't know, a love story with her involved. But we've just been introduced to her and she's a bit weird. Am I allowed to say that? I mean, I don't know how to feel about her. She said some stuff like, it was very like a one-sided conversation. Like Magnolia was asking stuff and Daisy was just answering one-word answers. But the answers she gave, I don't know, was she joking? I can't. I'm so bad at reading sarcasm unless they like say it out loud, like, oh yeah, I didn't mean that, that was a joke. So I don't know if she was joking. Like, they are, it says one of the other people looks amused, and they smiled and nodded. I don't know if it was a joke or no, but yeah, she seems a bit strange. I guess we'll find out more about like why she's been like that with Magnolia later on, or I hope so. But that was a very strange introduction to a character who's gonna be like in a whole other book, or like has a whole other book to herself. It didn't make me, I mean, I guess it like intrigues me, like, oh, who is she? But at the same time, I'm like, she does not sound nice. For a moment, I just couldn't care less of like who she was. So yeah, that was a very strange introduction. I never had that before. I feel like when like new characters are introduced that are like huge, I never had like such a negative and strange introduction before, unless they're like a villain, but she doesn't seem to be. And like, if she's got a whole other book to her, surely she's not like the villain of the story. And this is like a romance novel. There's not like, I mean, they're all like villains, but you know, it's not that much of a hero slash villain situation. So yeah, I just wanted to say that was a very strange introduction. Okay, another thing I wanted to say. Did I say spoiler alert? Spoiler alert. So while I'm reading this book, I'm gonna update you on my thoughts, and if I like give something away, I'm very sorry. So please just skip over this part if you haven't read Magnolia Parks yet. There's Magnolia and there's BJ, so they're like the it couple. They're like the couple of this story, I guess. And as cute as they are sometimes, I don't like them so far. There's also this Magnolia slash Christian plot going on, or it's like this history there, and I actually ship them, but like they like got broken up by BJ, because Magnolia is like fully set on BJ, but he seems like very toxic, not gonna lie. I mean, so does she in a way, but yeah, so far I'm just not liking the Magnolia BJ together. Like, I'm okay with them separately, but together I'm a bit, I don't know, concerned. And yeah, I think I'm gonna stop reading now on camera and just keep going. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get ready for bed now because tomorrow's uni and I need to wake up early. But I might read some more of this after my shower. Also, we are down to 15 hours, 46 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay guys, it has been a while since I updated my 24-hour readathon video. So it's currently the 22nd of October. I know, it's bad. And what's even worse is that I only finished one book so far in October, and that was last night. Okay, pause. So I'm just editing this video, and I realised I completely forgot about the book I finished at the very start of October, the book Unsafe by Kathy Glass. I completely forgot about it. So from here on, I'm probably gonna be saying like, oh, I've only read one book, I've only read 2 books, blah blah blah. But really, I'm currently up to 4 books of October, which isn't actually that bad. But let me get you back to this video. Yeah, I only have a few days left, not even 10 days left, and I need to hurry up. I need to hurry up with my reading and get it done because I am so behind. So behind. So where are we? Okay, I'm gonna update you on how much time is left. We currently have 6 hours, 38 minutes and 9 seconds left, which is still a lot. And let me update you on some other things. Okay, so Magnolia Parks. I am not even halfway through, which is bad. The book I finished last night was The Chin Paradox, which I listened to as an audiobook. And I also have Atomic Habits on the go on my phone, which I'm pretty sure I'm over halfway through, but I'm not definite. And then I also have Queen of Coin and Whisperers on my phone, which I only just started. Like, I'm 2-3 chapters in maybe, and it's been good so far, so I want to carry that on. I just haven't got around to carrying it on. And another update is I got a Kindle. So I have been meaning to get a Kindle for some time now because I don't know, I just wanted one. I wanted to join the trend. I had one in the past, but I ended up selling it on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, because I didn't use it in the past. It was like a good, maybe even 5 years ago now. So I wasn't like reading a lot back then. But obviously now getting back into reading, I really regretted selling that in the past, and I've been looking at getting one for some months now, and I've been keeping an eye on the prices of, you know, Kindles, and they've been a bit high, not gonna lie, they've been a bit high. Like, it ranges between like £60-70 to like 150, so to me that was a bit much. And then I have been looking on Facebook Marketplace where I sold my Kindle to see if there's, you know, any cheaper ones, and I found this for £20. So it was an older lady who said she just simply didn't use it and preferred to read books as books, and I just went for it straight away. I was just like, yeah, that's great. If it's like working fine, I'll pick it up tomorrow. And that's what I did. I picked it up the next day, and I'm absolutely in love with this decision. I started a new book on here, which is called The Cruel Prince, I'm pretty sure. And I am only... Another thing I love about this Kindle is that it shows the percentage of how far you're through it. And so I'm only 4% through this book. But we're gonna read more. We're gonna read more. And Yeah, this 24-hour readathon was supposed to go up either tomorrow or the Thursday that's coming. And I don't know if we can get it done. I really don't know. I'm freaking out a bit because 6 hours is still a long time. But like if I just sit down and read, maybe I get it out of the way today. Tomorrow. I really need to get it out of the way. And I also got an essay due in less than 2 weeks. Oh my god, another thing. This essay that I was talking about here, I was stressing about it all week, like, oh my god, it's due next week. And we just got a message a few hours ago from my tutor saying that he moved the deadline 2 weeks from the actual deadline. So I've got 3 more weeks until it's due, and yeah, I'm just very happy about it, and I thought I'd add that in here because I really wanted to share. Yeah. Yeah, in like a week and a half. And I also need to write that. So I'm a bit overwhelmed. It's been a very busy month in terms of like getting back into uni work, trying to keep up with YouTube, and I have been so far pretty consistent with Monday and Thursday uploads, and I am very proud of that. But yeah, my reading has been the thing to fall behind, and yeah, now I need to catch up. That's it. That's where we are right now. Okay, listen. It's the next day. When did I last film for this video? I think it's the next day. It's Monday the 23rd of October, 6:30 p.m. But listen, we have made progress. I'm down to 2 hours and 51 minutes, which I want to get done today. As I've said, it's like 6:30, so we've got a couple more hours before sleep, and I feel like I could get this done. I've also made some progress in terms of I finished Atomic Habits, which again I'm very proud of. I read Atomic Habits as like an actual ebook rather than listening to it as an audiobook, and yeah, it just reaffirmed that I don't like reading non-fiction books as you know, reading. I rather just listen to them, which is fine, and I'm glad I gave it a try. There were some bits that, you know, were useful, that it was written down and I could screenshot it for future reference, but at the same time it was a hard get through, and if I do it again, I'd go for the audiobook. What else have I run? Oh, and today, literally the whole day, on train rides, at uni, everywhere, I was reading Queen of Coin and Whispers, and I am obsessed so far. So far it's like, in my opinion, a 5-star read. It's not fantasy. I thought it was going to be fantasy, but it's not really fantasy. It's just basically like a kingdom and like royals and courts, and yeah, it's just been really cool so far in my opinion. Also, we just got into like an LGBTQ plus romance, and I did not expect that. I don't know why, I just didn't expect it, but I'm fully for it and I'm loving the characters, and I want them to get together even more. Yeah, I just want them to get together and live happily ever after. So I'm about, I think, just over halfway through. I'm pretty sure I got to the halfway mark. So maybe we can, I wouldn't say finish that in these 3 hours, but potentially, you know, make a dent in that too. I haven't read any more of the Cruel Prince on my Kindle, but I think, yeah, I don't think I read more of Magnolia Parks either. Or maybe I have. I don't know what my last thoughts were on this, but I still think it's really toxic, the relationship in it with the main characters. But there's just been like a twist. I wouldn't say a twist, but like a new character was introduced and the new relationship blossomed, and I'm liking it. Even though it's like a fake relationship, I'm liking it. So hopefully that's gonna make me want to read this a bit more. Because at the start it didn't really hook me in as much as I hoped it would. But as I've said, I'm on chapter 18 and I just got hooked in the last chapter. So hopefully we can keep reading that too. And yeah. That's basically it for now, I think. And fingers crossed I can finish this today. Okay, I am ready to get cozy and get reading. And I was gonna read Magnolia Parks and Have the Time of Day, but I just remembered I stopped my library book on like a major cliffhanger, so I need to carry that on instead. Sorry, but you're not gonna be able to see the timer because I'm gonna be reading on this. Let's open the thing first. Okay. I don't even just... Oh, there we go. That's all nice and cozy. Right, where are we? Library app. Oh my god, okay. No, stop. This isn't... Oh, it didn't sync, and what I have on here is behind. So let me just find where I'm up to. Okay, here. Oh my god. Right. What is going on? Why has my timer just gone? No, stop. No. Wait. Okay. 2 hours and 51 minutes, was it? Let's say 51 minutes. I think it was 51 minutes. My timer just went... Okay, anyway. 2 hours, 51 minutes. Let's go. Morning, it is Wednesday the 26th of October, and last night I finally finished my 24-hour readathon. Woo! Again, it took ages, and yeah, every time I started off I'm so determined to like finish it quickly, and then things come up and I just put it off. But yeah, I finally got it done. Those last 2 hours dragged through like 2 nights, so that was fun. But then last night I I finished Queen of Coin and Whispers. No, wait. I keep on saying Whisperers, it's just Whispers. Queen of Coin and Whispers. Yeah, I finished that book and it was awesome, but the ending was a bit off for me. But there is a second book which I am hoping to read sometime in the near future, because I've read like the blurb of it on Goodreads and it seems very cool, following on from what I already know from the first book. But yeah, it was an amazing book. I definitely recommend it. I don't think it gets the hype it deserves, I'm gonna be honest. It does say on like Goodreads and Google that it's a fantasy book, but I don't know if this is a spoiler, but there's like no magic in it, or I wouldn't say there's like magic in it. It's just like kings, queens and stuff like that. So I don't know, is that classed as fantasy? I thought that was just like, I don't know, not even like general fiction. I don't even know what that would be. But yeah, it says fantasy, which surprised me a bit because when I read fantasy I expected like magic, but there was no magic in it and it was still good, you know? Yeah, it surprised me, but I definitely recommend it because it was a really good book to begin with. Yeah, the ending was okay, it didn't live up to the start of it, how good it began. But it's okay, it's okay. It was still like a really good book as a whole. And then I had 26 minutes left when I finished Queen of Corn and Whispers, and I went on to reading Magnolia Parks for 26 minutes and it ended up turning out to be another 5 hours. So I stayed up till 5 a.m. reading. Okay, fine, the last hour I wasn't really reading. I was trying to get to bed and just ended up scrolling on Facebook. But never mind. I did make a nice little dent in this. I'm just over the halfway mark, which I'm pretty happy with. And it's gotten better. It didn't like hook me in to begin with, but now there's like more people, like more relationships going on and like love triangles and things, and it's hooking me in even more. But I'm really scared that the person I ship Magnolia with is not gonna be who she ends up with, because there's like Magnolia and someone who's on the back of the cover, Magnolia and BJ, right? It's basically like their story, but they have like a very, I would say, I just keep saying toxic relationship, right? And I don't really ship them, but I feel like they always like go back to each other and they're just gonna end up together. But there is this new person who's making it into like a triangle, and yeah. And I'm more and more curious about the second book. I don't know if it's classed as a second book or just a companion, but Daisy Hates. Yeah, I'm more and more curious about Daisy Hates. I think I mentioned earlier in this video that there was an introduction to her, the character who's part of the next book, and it wasn't very like friendly at all. It was almost like she was a villain, but I haven't like, she hasn't been in the rest of the book, but there has been like mentions of her and who she's with, and I originally really liked the guy who she's with, but now I'm getting a bit, I'm not sure about him. He's a strange one. There's so many like relationship drama, but also like friendships and found family and messy families, and it's like the higher class or like middle class of London. Is it London? Yeah, the affluent class of London, and just so many drama. It's it's getting more and more intriguing and fun to like read. I wouldn't say it's a 5-star read just yet because it had, in my opinion, a slow start, but you never know. It could get better and better, and I might end up saying I loved it in the end. Yeah, that's where we are right now. I need to choose my next audiobook to listen to because since I finished The Chin Paradox, I haven't had anything going on there, and there was moments where I was like, oh, I wish I had an audiobook right now, just to, you know, put it on. And I feel like that's always, you know, one of those quicker reads, or like, yeah, just one of those faster reads that I just listen to it and it just goes. Yeah. But I am feeling a bit out of my non-fiction phase. So I read The Chin Paradox and Atomic Habits like back to back. Okay, I was reading like other books in the meantime, but those were the first two I finished in October and kind of like straight after each other. So I really pushed myself to get those out of the way, and I feel like that's been a bit too much non-fiction for me. As much as I like self-help books, I don't know if I want to read another self-help book just yet. I might go on to like a biography or something. Oh, actually, the my A to Z reading challenge for K, there's that book called Know My Name by Chanel Miller, I think. I think that's what it's called. But maybe I'll see if I can find that as an audiobook because I'm pretty sure that's a non-fiction. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else I could say. I mean, it's nearly the end of October, so my October reading wrap up, I'll talk about these books and hopefully some more if I can finish some more before the end of the month. Only like, what, 6 days? So I don't have much hope for myself, but it's okay, it's fine. We did our best. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this very long video. Give it a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see more of, and see you next time.